Hip-hop legend E40 is the true definition of a hip-hop entrepreneur. With over 33 years in the music industry, E40, born Earl Stevens, has released over 30 solo and collaborative albums. He made his official debut in 1988, and the 53-year-old rapper continues to release music to this day. His humble beginnings started on the streets of Vallejo, California, where he founded his record label, Sick With It Records. Growing up in the Bay Area, Stevens took the independent route out of necessity. Initially, unable to secure a record deal, the entrepreneur began selling tapes out of the trunk of his car, directly to the people. Using an unorthodox, fast-paced flow, E40 would become known as an innovator of hip-hop slang. Mainstream success would come later in his career, and he would go on to record with Tupac, Snoop Dogg, and countless others. Stevens' acumen as an independent artist would later pay dividends in future business ventures, reportedly possessing a net worth of $10 million thanks to multiple investments in startup companies, adult beverages, and food companies. The rapper has successfully stamped his name as a versatile business mogul. E40's entrepreneur career started early, while he was a teenager. In 1989, Earl, along with his brother, started a clothing store called New Fad Clothing on Solano Ave in their hometown of Vallejo, California. He used the profits from the store to buy studio time and launched his decades-long rap career. Growing up with the mentality of a hustler and business-minded individual, Earl has always taken pride in his independence. He worked various jobs in addition to his business pursuits. He held a day job at an oil refinery and worked in a restaurant to support himself in the early days before becoming a self-made millionaire. Stevens studied 1 year at Grambling State in Louisiana before pursuing a career in music full-time. His first group, Most Valuable Players, consisted of his cousin, B Legit, and brother, D Shot. The group later added his sister, Sugar T, and renamed themselves the Clique. Their first release was Let's Side in 1990. Even without widespread distribution, Sick With It Records sold major units. According to Stevens, these early releases sold between 150,000 to 200,000 copies apiece. E40's The Mailman EP, released in 1993, hit number 13 on the Billboard charts. This got the attention of the major labels, and he secured a major label distribution deal with Jive Records in 1995. He would go on to record 9 more solo albums and 2 groups albums for Jive Recordings until 2003. In 2006, E40 would experience a mini-career revival when he signed to BME Recordings and started working with the Atlanta-based producer Lil Jon. His 2006 album, My Ghetto Report Card, would reintroduce him to a younger audience, and it contained some of his biggest songs ever. The album debuted at number 3 on the Billboard charts and featured Too Short, Bun B, and T-Pain. Since 2010, Stevens would continually release albums, sometimes 1 or 2 a year. His next project is a collaboration with West Coast rapper icons Ice Cube, Too Short, and Snoop Dogg, titled Mount Westmore, which is scheduled to be released in the third quarter of 2021. While entering the second half of his music career in the mid-2000s, E40 started to establish himself outside of the studio. For 3 years, he owned a Fat Burger restaurant, a fast food franchise, and was the co-owner of a nightclub in San Jose called the Ambassador's Lounge during the mid-2000s. Around 2007, he would produce a line of energy drinks called 40 Water. He would then become spokesperson for the Landy Cognac brand from France. These connections he made while promoting Landy Cognac would lead him to eventually produce his own alcoholic beverages. The rapper's hometown of Vallejo is located about 17 miles from Napa Valley, the world-famous wine-growing region of Northern California. Growing up, Carlos Rossi wine was a frequent item in the Stevens home and at family gatherings. E40 took a liking to it and frequently rapped about wine and spirits in his music. According to some, his rap moniker, E40, would come from his love of 40-ounce cans of beer, so it only made sense for him to eventually produce his own wine brand and capitalize on something that he loves to do. The hip-hop icon's wine company is named Earl Stevens Selection and officially launched in October 2013. The company, which he owns 100%, currently produces 4 different wine collections known as Tropiscato, California, Mangoscato, California, Function Red Blend, California, and Moscato, California. Stevens started out selling online before going the retail route. This allowed him a way to cut out the middleman and to keep costs down. Leveraging social media, the wine was an immediate success. As the demand grew, retailers started calling and asking how they can get his product in their stores. As the brand continues to grow, Stevens recently signed a national distribution deal with Southern Glazer's Wine and Spirits, the largest wine distributor in the United States. The deal will allow his wine to be sold across the U.S., including stores like Costco. E40 has mentioned in several interviews that he is very hands-on in producing his wines. From conception stage to tasting stage, putting out drinks he loves, personally stating, "I'm a wine connoisseur. I've tasted all kinds of wines. So, I wanted to make sure I was hands-on when doing the tasting to make sure it was right." In addition to his wine company, E40 has developed several other beverages, ranging from a tequila line known as E40, which means E40 in Spanish, a honey-flavored malt liquor, and a cognac called Tycoon. After successfully launching multiple adult beverages, hip-hop icon E40 set his sights on the food industry. He invested in a Filipino food company known as the Lumpia Company, founded by Filipino chef Alex Ritado. Earl officially became a 30% owner in the food company in early 2019. The rapper gives credit to how much the Filipino culture influenced him growing up, stating, "Lumpia is one of his favorite foods. It's like egg roll, but more like spring roll. I love it." His love for the Filipino dish is real, and it convinced the rapper to be part owner of the eatery. The restaurant's menu comprises traditional and non-traditional, with diverse flavors such as peach mango and bacon cheeseburger lumpia. Stevens has plans to turn Lumpia into a nationwide franchise, similar to McDonald's. You can find Lumpia at 2 locations in Oakland and another in San Francisco, which is currently closed until further notice. Using his experience working in a restaurant, E40 also has plans to produce food products. The self-proclaimed goon with a spoon loves to cook fried rice and oxtails. Be on the lookout for frozen fruit products in the near future. Being in the vicinity of Silicon Valley, E40 got into investing in startup companies in 2016 with the help of fellow hip-hop entrepreneur Shamillionaire. Supreme Partners Syndicate was formed with fellow artists such as Big Boy from Outkast and Trey Songz. Clubhouse, a growing platform where users can communicate in voice chat rooms, was one of Stevens' early investments. Reports show the company has been valuated at nearly $4 billion. The audio-based app has hosted chat rooms with billionaires Elon Musk and Mark Cuban, and it is positioning itself as the next big social media platform. Ring was another company he invested, only a few months before they were acquired by Amazon. Stevens has invested in about 45 companies in total amid his growing portfolio. It is quite remarkable to witness the growth of Earl Stevens, from a young independent rapper to the seasoned and well-respected hip-hop entrepreneur that he now is. On Hip Hop Entrepreneurs, we focus on business deals and investments your favorite artist is conducting in the business world. Remember to give us a like to support our channel and subscribe to Hip Hop Entrepreneur. Then click on the bell notification to be notified as soon as we upload a new video. Thank you for watching.